Hello, hello. Welcome back to Divine Destiny Guide. I'm back with another message for you. I hope you're doing well wherever you are.
You make me stronger.
Oh, oh, you make me stronger.
Gracias, Jesús. Watch me.
Yep, yes, that's it. That's the message. You make me stronger. Whatever it is that you have been going through, whether this is something you're just going through naturally, you will come out stronger on the other side. And if it's people who are trying to oppress you, you will come out stronger on the other side. Because what I know is that, and the Bible tells me, is that everything that the enemy meant for evil, God will turn it out for a good. When one door closes, when one chapter closes, another one, he's opening a window for us. So even whatever it is that you have gone through, you're going through, or you're embarking on right now, I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you're going to come out stronger. And it's so amazing because I was thinking about this song. I was listening to it earlier this week as well. And then as I was pre-shuffling, this card came out, Moonrise. You will rise again stronger and wiser. It's like holding the moon. The moon is what is unknown. The things that are done in secret. Again, whether this is God moving things around, because sometimes it is God moving things around. And just as how the enemy uses people, God uses people as well. So it's almost as if, and I've had it many times before, even working in companies and organizations where people came at me and at the moment I didn't understand why, but then when I look back and I, just looking back at everything and seeing how God worked it out, is like I'm grateful. I have no regrets at all. No regrets at all. And it's the same thing for you. If you're going through certain things where it's unfair, you don't understand why it's happening, I think if we just trust God, you will rise again stronger and wiser. It says your resurrection, come back, rise above. For a lot of you, a lot of us, our bounce back game, it is strong, it is on point. Welcome. If this is your first time, I welcome you. Returning soul tribers, new soul tribers. Oh, I'm so glad that you're back. For those of you who are still here, as you can see, but God is for us, and because He's for us, who can be against us? We are highly protected. I'm telling you, we are on top and we're going higher. And yes, it's like the enemy's trying, is almost like when I'm saying we are highly protected, we're on top and going higher. They cannot stop the star from shining. It's like the enemies are trying hard to say, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to crush you. Let's see. Let's see which God is there for you. When I block you, when I slow you down, when I put blockages. But thank you so very much for helping me. Thank you for helping the soul tribers, for being so strong. Thank you for putting us on our path, our soul's journey. Without you, it would not be possible. I'm telling you. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So yes, you will rise again. And not only will you rise again, but you will rise back stronger. And I was thinking, also not too long ago, as I'm meditating on this again, and I was thinking, wow, when Jesus went on to the cross, because he went willingly. He went willingly. They didn't force him. He went willingly. The song says he could have called 1,000 angels to destroy the world and set him free, but he went humbly because he knew that that was his mission and his purpose. See, the enemy didn't know the plan. So they thought by them hauling him off, whipping him, humiliating him to the cross, that they were winning. But no, it's like Jesus already knew that this is why he came. And so I can imagine when he cried out, "It is finished," and he took the last breath, oh, the enemies, they must have cheered like, "Yes, we took him out. Yes, we end him." Yeah, because see, the thing is that Jesus was rising too fast. It's like the attention was pulled from the Romans and all of those, even the same people who were religious. It's like the attention was pulling away from them. They were afraid that they would lose the mass because then they wouldn't have control. And Jesus, he was just kind of like radical, just out there teaching, preaching. Not only was he doing, he was feeding, doing the work, showing them how it's done. But they look at people as if it's a pawn, they can just abuse their power. It's the status for them. And so, yes, I can imagine how happy they were celebrating that they took him out. It's finished. He's silenced now. But then it's like as Jesus took his last breath here on the earth in the 3D, in another dimension, he took a fresh breath. So endings bring new beginnings somewhere else. Somewhere else, because then Jesus came back in the spirit, and in the spirit he was able to do a lot of things. He was able to go to hell and shut it down and put Satan in his place and let him know he's God. And then when he rose, he was spirit. And see, this is the thing too. It's like, again, sometimes I think maybe I'm too deep here. And it's like, when he came back, he could still relate, he could still talk to people, but they couldn't touch him. They couldn't hug him anymore because he was now in the spirit. He was no longer in the flesh. And so it is with us when we go through this death, this resurrection. This reminds me of transformation as well. Going through the dark night of the soul. It's like the people who, especially the ones who played a part in your demise, because in order to resurrect, it must have died. An end must have been somewhere. And so when you come back, you realize that you don't relate to those same people anymore. They look foreign to you. It's like you're on a completely different, again, it's like from 3D to 5D. It's like you're in this world, but you're not of this world. That is what I'm talking about. And it's, yes, here it says deep diver. Beneath the surface lies true wealth. I'm telling you, it's like beneath everything that we don't know, there is wealth, there is knowledge, there is wisdom when we go deep. When you go through that transformation, when you go through the rejections and the betrayals and just been left out there, whether again things are being done because God wants to isolate you so that he can prepare you, and we don't understand it, we don't know what is going on, we're just going and trusting the process. Or with the moon there, it's like whether these are people who were doing underhanded things in the background with their spells and their iniquity, their bad deeds. There is much to learn, because while you're going through that process, you're learning and we're growing. And so, yes, no wonder you come back stronger, wiser. I mean, think about the seed. Like us, they buried us not knowing that we're a seed, right? We strive in that environment. We strive in adversity, conflict, even though it's not what we want, but it's like we came built for this. And even though in the flesh, just like with Jesus, in the flesh, the pain was real. I mean, for a moment there, he's talking to his father, like, if it's your will, please let this cup pass from me. Because it's like, as the moment drew closer, he could feel the anguish and the pain. And so it is with us. We're feeling it and it's not pleasant. It is not nice. When people do things and then they laugh about it, they think it's funny. And this is why you know people are evil. They're taken over by a whole different entity. They're demonic when they can see another person sad and it makes them happy. When they can drive nails, when they can pierce your side, when they can whip you and you're bleeding, when you're gasping for breath, and it brings more hooray, chanting, and people applauding. This is how you know. So even though, yes, we're healers, we're light workers, like the song says, nobody told me that the road would be easy. But we know that he brought us too far to leave us alone, right? Yes. So God will provide for us. He always does. He always does. He always comes through for us. That is for somebody, for some of us to take courage right now. Take courage. Yes, it says blood moon. Tensions are high. Proceed with caution. Conflict, trouble, warning. Yes. So there may be people in the background, again, trying to stir up things. I did a reading recently, that innocent blood is on their hands. These people who tried to create conflict and trouble in the background, for a lot of them, they were warned, but they're too dumb, too arrogant to stop. And the thing is, they think that if they stop, they're doing you a favor. No. When you stop, it just means that you're putting it, because as long as you go, that's as much vengeance is mine, revenge that God is going to take on you, or if you believe in karma. So it's like your karma bill is as long as you want it to. You're not doing us a favor, because God is not going to give us more than we can bear. When we are weak, he's strong. His strength, like the song says, is perfect when ours is gone. And it is because of him who has been carrying us all along. We have a God. You have nobody. So these people have been waging a lot of war in the background here with the blood moon. Yeah. For a lot of you, a lot of us, which is moon, your manifestation will come quickly. So including in that, a lot of people, they were doing magic as well. But Spirit is saying, set your intentions. You're sacred. It's like you're built for this. You are holy ground. And this is why I'm telling you, a lot of these people, they're going to pay heavily. Not only them, but their ancestors, their generation to come as well. It's like they just curse their own lineage. Because they mess with you, they mess with us, a chosen one. They were too arrogant. I'm telling you, when you go through things for God, you never come out the same. You come out on the other side better, stronger. And this is why for a lot of these people, they are baffled now. They're baffled because they cannot believe that all these things that they have done, all these things, see the dark side, be wary of toxic people and situations. Yeah, toxic, sabotage, negative, bad talk. This is what a lot of us have gone through. Toxic. When we say people are toxic, they are poisonous to us. They're poisonous. You should not, it's like they're not supposed to, we're not supposed to drink them. We're not supposed to be near them. That's what poisonous is. We were not supposed to be, these people are detrimental to our health. And this is what they try to do, to affect us in whatever way that they could. Because like I said, in order to rise, you must have died. Toxic, people who wanted to sabotage you. They are negative, bad talk, bullies, groupies, mean girls, mean boys. But divine is saying from this, you will come back wiser, stronger. Yeah, night owl. Some of you are, yeah. It says there are lessons being offered. There are lessons being offered to you. Wisdom, intelligence, learning. Absolutely. With this under the deep diver here, there are many lessons to learn from the things that we have gone through. Many lessons. For a lot of you, a lot of us, we've learned not to just trust people at face value, not to take people's words for it. Actions speak louder than words. For a lot of you, a lot of us, we've learned to trust our instinct, our intuition. Amen. It doesn't matter what people say. Even if people around us do not believe, we are trusting, because too many times we got the nudges and we ignored it. And it's like no more. A lot of you're more spiritually intelligent as well. You're not just saying that you are, but you are. You are. People can't run games over you anymore. They can't play with you anymore. A lot of these people who were saboteurs and negative, that are bad talking, gossiping, slandering your name, they are embarrassed now. They're ashamed now. They're afraid now. They have to stare themselves in the mirror. They have to look at themselves. But again, the thing is, snakes don't have conscience, do they? This is why they will strike over and over, and they have no qualms about it. Because again, they're working for a whole other tribe. They don't have any feelings. They don't have any feelings. Wow. Moon sparkle, a wonderful surprise is in store for you. Surprise, joy, windfall, good luck. Yeah, so blessings are here for you. In spite of all the tensions that are high, you know, all of these things that are done in the background here with the conflict and the trouble and all of this, God is working all things out for our good. And again, it's like I said before, even if people think they're crushing us in another way, it's like God is propelling you. It's like a seesaw. While one side is down, God is ready to catapult you in a whole other direction. And I'm telling you, like I said, but let's thank them, because they thought that they were doing it to hurt us. But what they were doing, they were helping us. Thank you for the assistance. Thank you in advance. Autumn moon. Your planted seeds are ready to harvest. Plenty, abundance, ripe, release. Autumn, that's fall. That is also our season as well. So for a lot of you, a lot of us, you're planting, and it will under this manifestation here. Setting your intentions. For some of you, some of us, these people, their attacks double down in autumn and fall. That's when they decided to be this nightmare. It says, don't let fear rob you of your power. Haunted, fear, challenges, courage. Don't allow fear to rob you, because this is what they want, to distract you from your path. You know, it's like letting go really and letting God. That's what it is. Letting go and letting God. It's like just going with the flow. It's like, Lord, your will be done. Your will be done. Your will be done. Not my will, but yours be done. Yeah, unicorn moon. Take a gentle approach in this situation. Yeah, it's like you're unique. You have gifts. You're calm, you're pure, and you bring hope. This reminds me too, it's like, again, the star, you're healing. You have gifts, you are unique. Like the unicorn here, and no wonder we have people who try to attack you. It's because of your wisdom, it's because of your intelligence. A lot of these people, they're jealous, and what they're left to steer their evil eye, those evil eyes, those envious spirits and jealous spirits, the evil eyes, they are now left to steer themselves in their own faces. Because when they look in the mirror, they're going to see the devil that they have become. They're not even, right now, a lot of them, they don't even recognize themselves. Because it's like they're morphed. Their features are morphed differently. While for us, we are rising, we're glowing, we're growing. Because we are anew, the phoenix rising from the ashes. They are morphed into looking like demons, evil, looking like Cruella, something, but they just look really evil, that witchy, demonic look. This is what they're transforming into. Sky God, the time is now to put things into action. Masculine assertiveness and boundaries is like harnessing this masculine, embracing, guys, embracing your masculine energy. Ladies, embracing your masculine energies by standing up for yourself, protecting yourself, what you love, what you work for, what you desire, what you deserve, not just rolling over and playing dead and allowing the enemy to take away your power, what you have. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So now you're speaking up for yourself. This is a part of the learning process. Like I said, a lot of us, we learn many things. In the past, you were too docile, too calm. And so a lot of these people, they took your kindness for weakness. And this is why a lot of us were challenged and attacked by the enemy, whether in the physical or the spiritual. Because they thought that they could just topple you over easily. They didn't know who you are. They didn't know whose you are. They didn't know you're chosen. You're from a royal priesthood. They didn't know your lineage, that you have a whole army that is backing you. They didn't know. They underestimated you. But now you're learning to speak up for yourself. You're standing up for yourself. And it's shocking to a lot of people that you're not the one. You're not the 100 either. Yes, you're not playing anymore. Yeah, moonflower. A time of blossoming is about to begin. Blossoming, growth, beauty, open. Absolutely. It's like resurrection. You're coming back to life. Stronger. Stronger. You're blooming. Because for a lot of you, a lot of us, going through those attacks is like we were isolated again under the dirt. Underground. We can so relate to a lot, to nature, right? It's like the same thing that they used to, they stamp on the ground, they pat it down to say, make sure they don't come back up. Make sure they don't come back up. And yet still, by the grace of God, but God, we were able to push against the very same thing that was meant to keep us down. We're able to push against the soil and struggle, and yet still came out with our leaves green. Oh, just flourishing. But God, who could it be but God? It's like if these people have sense, they would realize by now that there must be a God. Because trust me, they tried it. They outspent themselves. They outfriend themselves because now a lot of the people who are working with them realize that they're fake. They're not as good as a magician or trickster. They couldn't complete the job as they promised or they got paid for, because they were hype. They thought that, yeah, this is an easy project. This is an easy task. Now they have to retreat. They have to surrender. Now they are becoming the very same thing that they were trying to throw at you. All this mirror magic wanted to change your feature. Now watch. Look at them. They're quailing up, shriveling up like a prune, physically, spiritually. And we call judgment on these people. Yes, we're allowed. We can call judgment on our enemies. We can call it. But judgment, how it's carried out, it depends on God. Because they will reap what they have sown. And it's the same thing, like I said, with nature, with Jesus. The stone was rolled to close the entrance to the tomb, to secure the body. But when he rose from the dead, when the ladies went there to anoint his body and all of that, the stone was rolled away. That's like the seed bursting through. When he came back, brand new man in the spirit. Yes, the scars were in his hands. The scars were all there. The nail prints, they were there on his body and where they pierced him. But he was not the same. Resurrected, transformed. And it's so funny how we're going into the Easter, embarking on that soon. But yeah, it's the same thing. As above, so below. And it's the same thing for us, being flourishing, thriving. They can't keep us down. They cannot stop us. I don't care how they try to blackball, blacklist, black sheep, block out. It doesn't matter. We're used to it. And we know that when God allows the enemy to do something, it's only because he has something greater for us on the other side. So while they are left over here cheering with the empty bag or laughing because you're no longer in your office space, in that office space, God is opening a whole new territory, a whole new kingdom, a whole new queendom on the other side for you. Let's let go. Let us let God have his way, because the wheel is turning in our favor. Moon god, moon goddess, you're reaching your full potential. Look, feminine, spiritual realms, radiance. And look, on this card here, sky god, it says masculine. So here we have, a divine masculine, divine feminine here. Whether this is a partnership, whether this is you just embracing, now you have a balance. You can go with the ebb and flow of life. You know when to relax, to receive, and you know when to go get it. You know when to wake up and slay the day, whatever comes your way, baby, yes. Or you just know when to tap into your intuition. Your radiance, you're radiating. This is why they don't like you. This is why they don't like us. Yeah, flowing moon. Wow, your dreams are beginning to take shape. I can't make it up. Your dreams are beginning to take shape. So whatever it is, and wow, let go of what is slowly slipping away, settling, disappearance, diminishing. Yeah, this reminds me of like the Eight of Cups. See all the stars and coming down from the moon. He's just stepping out there by faith, believing that God will catch us. Yeah, and she's holding on to it too. It's like almost like a net, holding on to it. Let go of what is slowly slipping away. It's like, let it go. That song, let it go. Don't settle. Don't settle. Again, God put us in places for a time, a season, a reason. Same thing, He puts people in our lives for the same thing. And so when these chapters and these seasons are up, it's like, a lot of us, a lot of you, it's like God brings us, like He did to me, into places where we can learn, we can grow, because for where we are going, we're gonna need, like with the owl here, night owl, we need this vision, we need this clarity, we need to see the people who are for us, we need to see the people who are against us, because it's in the night when the owl sees, it's in the night when everything radiates. It's when you're going through your breakthrough, the darkest times, your setbacks, your delays, when you realize who's cheering for you are those who really want you, who are cheering for your success or cheering for your failure. That is when you know. And being that wise owl is like, the more you see, the less you talk. And the less you talk, the more you see. And a lot of these people, they thought you were just dumb, you're stupid, you just sit there staring. And so this is why they thought they could do whatever they planned or they tried to do to you, to us. But now they're shocked, I'm telling you. They're, yes, with the lucky star here. I mean, it's like the cards only get better, guys. Lucky star. Expect a fortunate turn of events. Fortune